Hello, my name is Shanita Arnold, and my teaching session will be over diabetes awareness for middle-aged adults. Um, I believe diabetes is an important disease to know about because it is a deadly disease that causes a lot of deaths because people let their blood sugars get out of whack. It's a lot of people that don't know that they have diabetes, and there's a lot of people that has diabetes that do not take care of it or manage it at all. The three objectives for today's lesson will be the knowledge the participants will be able to define diabetes and recall its different types. Application, the participants will be able to demonstrate how to check blood sugar levels. Synthesis, the participants will be able to create a healthy meal plan based on diabetes friendly foods. I think these three objectives are great for people just not knowing and learning what diabetes is and getting an understanding of what it is and how to manage it and ways that you can control diabetes. I'll start off asking the class exactly what do they think diabetes is. I will call on a few people to give me their answers. Um, and after listening to what they believe diabetes is, I will give them the correct definition for diabetes, which diabetes means your blood glucose, often called blood sugar, is too high. Your blood always has some glucose in it because your body needs glucose for energy to keep you going. But too much glucose in the blood isn't good for your health either. After reading this definition, I'll just simply ask a question why they think in the too much glucose in the blood isn't good for your health. I'm just interested in hearing what they believe. There are three different types of diabetes. Type 1 diabetes, which used to be called juvenile diabetes or insulin dependent diabetes, developed mostly in young people. Type 2 diabetes usually begins with insulin resistance, a condition that occurs when fat, muscle, and liver cells do not use insulin to carry glucose into the body's cells to use for energy. As a result, the body needs more insulin to help glucose into the cells. At first, the pancreas keeps up with the added demand by making more insulin, by making more insulin over time. The pancreas doesn't make enough insulin when the blood sugar levels is increased, such as after meals. If your pancreas can no longer make enough insulin, you will need to treat your type 2 diabetes. And this can mostly be done by watching exactly what you're consuming. If you're eating something that you know is going to increase your blood sugar, that isn't good. Gestational diabetes is caused by hormones of the pregnancy or a shortage of insulin. Although this form of diabetes usually go away after the baby is born, a woman who has it and her child are more likely to develop diabetes later on in life. That's why it's good to stay on and stay getting tested to see if you have diabetes. And if so, it's good to manage diabetes before it get uncontrollable and can lead to death. How to check blood sugar levels. This is a video I have in my presentation that shows exactly the proper way to check blood sugar levels. It just shows the proper way when you're checking blood sugar levels. This is about a 10-minute video, and I will not play it right now as it is in my presentation. But after the video is watched and they get an understanding of exactly how to check their blood sugar levels, I will allow them to ask questions. And after questions, I will allow about 10 minutes for them to demonstrate on themselves how to check their blood sugar levels. This is just something fun, and they get to poke themselves and check their blood sugar levels. Um, this will give them an idea if their blood sugar levels is high or low. But this does not mean that they have diabetes if they have a high or low blood sugar, because it could be just by something that they have eaten. We're no doctors in here, so we can't diagnose anybody with diabetes. Um, what's a healthy blood sugar level? There are certain numbers that you need to look for when you're checking your blood sugar levels, and this is for people age 20 and plus with diabetes. And this is to the people that's in my classroom because it's for middle-aged adults. Fasting is when you wake up in the morning and having not eaten or drinking anything for at least 8 hours. That number should be less than 100. Before meal, 70 to 130. After meal, 1 to 2 hours, less than 180. Before exercising, if taking insulin, at least it needs to be 100. At bedtime, it's between 140, 140. As though this may decrease while sleeping because you're not eating anything and your sugar normally drops at nighttime. Um, so those are the numbers that they need to look for when they're checking their blood sugar levels. This will give them the idea if their sugar levels is high or low, and they can go by seeing what they need to do to treat their blood sugar levels. Either they need some insulin to decrease their sugar levels, or they need to eat something to raise their blood sugar levels, eat or drink something. And normally people eat something sugary so they can boost their sugar levels up. There are certain foods that you can eat that will not affect your blood sugar and keep them pretty normal. Um, Whole grain flour, such as whole wheat flour. Whole grains such as brown rice. Cereals containing whole grain ingredients and a little added sugar. Whole grain bread, baked sweet or white potato or baked steak fries, whole grain flour or corn tortillas, corn, popcorn or products made from corn, fresh vegetables, eaten raw, lightly steamed, roasted, or grilled, plain frozen vegetables, lightly steamed, low sodium or unsalted canned vegetables, lettuce, greens, kale, spinach. Those are all good foods that you can eat when you're diabetic so that your blood sugar levels won't be out of whack. Canned vegetables with lots of added sodium. Um, Vegetables cooked with lots of added butter, cheese, and sauce. Pickles if you need to limit sodium. Otherwise, pickles are okay. Um, Sauerkraut, such as pickles, limited only if you have high blood pressure. These things are all good when you're a diabetic and you're looking for good foods to eat. Um, these are the questions that I will ask my participants at the end of the presentation. I'll ask, what is diabetes and its three types? This will give me an idea if I have met my objective, if they can recall what diabetes is and the three types. And as well, I will ask them what all is needed to check their blood sugar levels. And this will also give me an idea if I have met my objective because they will be able to demonstrate how to check blood sugar levels, and therefore they should know what all they need to check their blood sugar levels. I have done this. I decided to do this after I showed the video on how to check the blood sugar levels, and I done this because it would still be fresh on their mind after watching a video on how to check their blood sugar levels, so we wouldn't have any mistakes or anything. At the end of the presentation and after showing the foods that are good for one to eat while diabetic, I would have them create a meal plan for a diabetic so that their blood sugar levels can stay in a normal range. And this is just something fun that I can go over and read and see what kind of meal they set up for someone. And this is a great thing to do too, so someone can follow this meal plan so that they can always have good blood sugar numbers and their blood sugars aren't out of whack and they don't have to worry about grabbing something to eat, sugary to eat, sugary to drink so it can boost their blood sugar levels up. Neither do we want to have anyone with high blood sugars and having to inject themselves with insulin to lower it. I would ask them what are normal blood sugar levels. As I went over this in the slides and it gave them different numbers that are normal, I would just ask to see if they understood what the normal blood sugar levels were. These are the Howard Gardner multiple intelligence used: body, kinesthetic, linguistic, interpersonal, spatial, and interpersonal, that were used in the presentation. And these are the references where I got my information from.